In this episode, check your electric bill. Make sure you're paying your own.
And on the flip side, we talk about the ups and the downs about working at an ice cream shop, and we come to the defense of Nikocado Avocado. Mike, hit the music.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, we are gathered here today to celebrate the life of episode 231. What a great episode it was. It's been a week. You know, when you think about it, you don't remember what you said, but what was said was recorded, and it probably means a lot. And it's another piece of history that you move on. And as today, we celebrate the birth of 232 episodes of the Funny Business Podcast. Welcome, I am Reverend Mike Gambita. Alongside with me is my Deacon Matt Summers. Matt, Deacon Matt, how are you? How are things?
Peace be with you.
And also, and with your spirit.
Oh, you son of a bitch. I was doing great till you just ruined that. No, I'm kidding. I'm fine. Ready for another great episode. I do have to say, I don't want to say you inspired us because we've been meaning to do this for a long time. What? However, quick anecdote to start the show. April and I have discovered the awesomeness of a crock pot.
Oh.
And we made like a beef roast.
Oh.
That's the only thing we made in it, but it was great.
Okay.
And she is going away for a few days this weekend, and I am just going to make something in a crock pot that's going to last me for like 4 days.
Oh, you should have told me. I would have given you a different recipe.
I didn't make it yet. I'm not making it till Sunday, so you have time.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I think I'm going to try. I saw something for like a French onion chicken.
Okay.
That sounds good.
That's okay.
What?
I think I had cracked chicken. Like there was another crock pot. It was called cracked chicken.
Okay.
And then it was like potatoes and chicken. I have a couple crock pots. I'll send you.
Okay. You're going to send some crock pots. Cool.
I'll send you some.
Nice. Do you have any recipes to go along with that?
No, I'll throw you some recipes on top of it.
Okay. All right.
What made you so inspired?
Well, there's this beef my parents get from Costco that we've kind of both been craving. We just don't belong to Costco to get it. And my parents have been away. So we kind of wanted to try to make it our own, and we did, and it was pretty good.
Nice. I utilized a crock pot in a food submission that in a cooking competition that's been going on for like the past like 37 some odd years.
I was going to ask at some point.
Yeah. I entered. I didn't know where I placed, but I'm officially demanding a recount and a submission of the votes because I'd like a recount and I would like a retally of the votes.
So if you don't know how you placed, why would you like a recount? But if you won and then the recount shows you lost?
Because it's rigged.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, I agree. I stand with you. And all of the coworkers, let's make a recount happen.
Let's band together. Made a Cajun mac and cheese with some obviously Cajun, spicy sausage links, chicken, a lot of cheese, mac and cheese. Oh, so good.
That does sound good. Now let me ask you this question: did you try other submissions?
I did.
Was yours the best?
I would say it would come in the top 4.
Okay. Not really helping your case here for a recount.
Because there's an honorable mention, and then there's third place, second place, and first place. Now, Jenna got honorable mention, but she keeps saying she got 4th place. I'm like, no, Jenna, you got honorable mention. You didn't even place.
No, that's 4th place. I stand with Jenna. Jenna got 4th place. What did Jenna make?
Team Jenna. Shrimp and grits.
Oh, yeah. That's 4th place. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
What got 1st place?
It was funny. It was actually her mom that won.
Did anyone enter this contest not part of you or Jenna's family?
Yeah. No, there were people that entered.
Okay.
She baked chicken in the oven, and then it was some type of southern. The theme was southern, if you couldn't tell, but it was a southern salad. I did not get a chance to try that, so that's why I'm a little blanking out on that.
That's fine. I stand with you for a recount, and I stand with Jenna. She got 4th place.
It's okay. It's all right. I did have something that I think everybody liked. Anyway, Matt, we're going to talk about something we don't like. Paying bills.
I hate paying bills.
Paying the bills. Paying the dollar bill, y'all. Dollar bill, y'all. Matt, talk me through remember the first time we split bills in our first college apartment?
We didn't split that many bills. It was just kind of like Rent.
Well, we really didn't get the electric in many months either because our landlord was an idiot. But
I'm going to be completely hand up. I don't remember really. No, he paid the electric bill.
yeah, but we were supposed to pay him back.
Did we ever do that?
I don't think so.
I don't think we did. That wasn't part of the deal. We didn't have to
No,
pay.
it wasn't.
No, I don't think so. He just would pick up the bill 3 months late.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'd have the money on the table. Anyway.
Yeah. Splitting bills is I feel like everybody kind of does it when you first start maybe living on your own, quote unquote. It's definitely eye-opening when you're like, oh, how much do I have to pay every month?
Yeah. What was it? We paid for internet. We paid for Sling, that TV thing that we had.
No, that was free.
Oh, no, we paid.
Did we?
Yes, we did, Matt.
I thought we just kept doing free trials.
No, we paid.
Okay. So rent, internet, Sling,
Electric.
allegedly. Definitely not trash.
No.
definitely not.
Oh, man.
Alcohol.
Yeah, well, I mean, that was separate purchases.
That's basically a bill in college.
Yeah. And to clean.
And to clean. Yep.
But that was through service. Anyway, we're going off topic here. So, Matt, you pay month by month. Did you ever pause for a moment and be like, am I actually paying my own bills?
You mean in college?
No, just generally speaking, am I actually paying my bills that are meant for me?
Yeah, because I pay my car payment and our insurance and phone.
What about electric bill?
Pay that.
Yep.
Every month. Yep.
So, Matt, ABC News reported that a California man named Ken Wilson paying an electricity bill for 2 decades. He was paying for his neighbor's electricity bill for 2 decades. He first noticed the unusual increases in his bill and attempted to reduce his usage, but the bill kept rising. So my question is, if he's been paying his neighbor's bill, where is his bill?
So did they just add his neighbor's usage onto his and his bill was just double?
So the way that he confirmed it was Wilson turned off the breakers, but still saw the meter running for that. So that was number one. The electric company confirmed and investigated that the meter had been billing the wrong apartment since 2009. Wilson believes the issue dates back to 2006 when he first moved in. The utility company acknowledged the mistake and credited Wilson only $600.
Could you imagine you find out you're paying your neighbor's bill for 2 decades? Electric bill, mind you not, and you get credited $600? Oh, man. All right, so that does bring up a good question. Where is his actual bill and who's paying that?
So it seems as though, that's the thing. Nearly 2 decades paying an electric bill that's not his, but yet his lights were still on.
Mm-hmm. I think the only logical thing that I can come up in my head is his neighbor somehow knows the people of the electrical company, and this was a fix, assuming this is the same neighbor for the past 2 decades, and said, hey, if you get this guy to pay my bill, I don't know how that works. I was going to say,
a ransom.
You can keep his lights on. Oh, electrical companies suck. Let's start with that. They're terrible.
Mine always happens on, I think it's a 28-day billing cycle. So it's never the new month. So I'm constantly thinking, did I pay my bill? And Jenna made the easy solution and was like, why don't you just put it in your calendar like that every 28th day? And I'm like, but that's another thing in my calendar I have to worry about.
Mm-hmm. So I don't know if we have this. Is your company 3 letters?
Yes.
Okay. I think we have the same one.
Yeah.
So mine's also on a 28-day cycle. The thing that pisses me off is I'd rather it just be the same date every month, the 16th.
Right.
And if it's a 30-day this time or a 30, I don't care. Because I know I should be expecting an email of when it's due, but the date changes every month. I don't like that.
Yeah. Now, I mean, reality being, this is always a good reminder. They always encouraged, the electric company has said that making sure that you are checking your utility bills, verifying the meter readings, and especially in apartment complexes, certainly being mindful that you're not paying for somebody else's electric.
Yeah, I guess I have to start looking at my bill now. I pay it online, and I kind of be like, all right, that number seems correct.
Mm-hmm.
Now, my electrical company, who will not be named, I believe they were recently in trouble in the news for price gouging. Gouging. Yes,
potentially.
Yeah, they had lower prices, and I was like, oh, I wonder if that's actually true. And I went back online, my account, and I did the past 5 months since we were here last year and this year, and my bills are lower this year compared to last year.
So you are correct, Matt. It was only January of 2023, so it was last year.
Oh, interesting.
So, but maybe there was like kind of a backfill because they were still kind of, I don't know, restituting it. I don't know what I'm talking about, obviously. But yeah, it's just, it is so weird because we constantly are in this condition to pay by month. And we never think to ourselves, man, we should probably check just to see if we're paying correctly.
This reminds me, a couple months ago, maybe a year ago, we got our water bill in the mail and it was addressed to my apartment number. Open it up, not my name.
Oh.
Yeah. So how it works is with our water bill, I think it gets sent to the people who own the complex, and then they send it to each person. So they were the ones that kind of got it switched, and then we had to reach out, be like, "Hey,
wrong bill."
I think I actually went over and knocked on their door of my neighbor. I was like, "Hey, I think they got this switched," and he was like, "Oh yeah, I think I saw that too." So definitely, if you get something in the mail, maybe just check to make sure all the information is right.
Well, at least we could safely say it wasn't an issue. And I think that's the thing. Like if it is reasonable, we're not going to sit there and say, oh my goodness, like I should probably check just to make sure. But something must have came up where he was like, okay, why am I paying an electric bill even though I didn't use any electric? And then of course, when he turned off the breakers, he found out that he was paying a bill or the meter was still running.
Mm-hmm. Do you think that's a tough conversation for the guy paying the bill and the person or a family who wasn't paying their electric bill? And that's like, hey, I've been paying your bills for like how many years? Like how do you respond to that?
Yeah, how do you reconcile that? Because you've been paying for 2 decades without even knowing. And then you come over to your neighbor and being like, so I've been paying your electric bill. But then you wonder like if they were paying for somebody else's electric bill too.
Yeah. I wonder if they're like swapped, if they were paying for each other's.
Right.
That would make most sense.
Like you wonder because the condition, like, you know, you and I now in apartments, it's like, okay, well, I got to pay an electric bill. And it's like, well, how come my electric bill hasn't come yet? Like there's got to be something that clicked in the 2 decades that was like, well, wait a minute, I don't have to pay a bill. Like I think they were paying something, but it wasn't their own thing.
Yeah, it has to be. Do you also, you know what pisses me off on like TikTok or
you know what
even
grinds my gears?
Yeah, you know what grinds my gears? Maybe it's sometimes a commercial on like YouTube or TV. It's a commercial for like Rocket Mortgage.
Okay.
Have you seen any of those?
Yeah.
And it's
Rocket
like
Money?
Yeah, Rocket Money. Yeah. So it's like an app or something that people can see like what bills are. And they claim these people are paying for like how many streaming services and they have no idea. How do you not know you're paying for bills? Like they advertise like I saved $300 a month by cutting bills I didn't even know I had. What?
Not in this economy.
But how can anyone afford to do that and not know what the hell you're paying for?
It's crazy.
Those commercials piss me off so much. I would love to be able to pay bills I didn't know and still have enough money. That's a dream that I have one day.
I mean, budgeting is also very important too. Like let's not forget, like let's budget everybody. Like let's do some budgeting.
If there's apps that help you budget, that's great. But know what you're budgeting.
Right. We wish Ken the best as he moves on into the new life of him actually paying for his electric that he actually uses.
Yep. We also wish him a happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Guess, yeah, maybe.
Yep. You never know.
When is Ken Wilson's birthday?
Are you asking ChatGPT or Google?
I'm asking Google. Oh, February 17th, 1964. He's an American football college coach.
Yep. Well, happy early birthday or belated, whichever way you look at it. We'll go belated. Happy belated birthday. All right, we're going to slide on in to the second half of the show with some Say What. I have 2 that are related to stories in, I guess you could say, pop culture, but they're very well-known stories.
I don't watch the news. Anyway.
So my first Say What. Deleting social media posts specifically when you're like a celebrity, but like deleting social media posts when you're public is just, it's pointless. It's pointless.
Are we trapezing over this topic here?
I'm just saying if like there are celebrities that recently have been like scrubbing their social media. If you're verified, like actually verified on social media, everybody probably has your post. Someone out there has screenshotted probably every post that you made. But it's in today's days, social media is deleting anything. It's out there. It can be
Right.
found. It's not, especially when you're a high, well-known celebrity, deleting things for a very bad reason. It also makes you look worse, and it brings more attention to the whole story. It's pointless.
Let me tell you, man, how famous we are and how popular we are. It's gonna be hard to scrub everything that we've put out there in the last 4 years.
Yeah, I mean, 10 years from now, when we have to delete all of these, it's gonna be a bad look. It's gonna be a bad look. Just kidding.
I think there's so many, like, because even, you know, we're in the stage right now where political ads are like a huge thing, whether that is through mail, the social media, YouTube, TV, you name it, newspaper. And you see some of these political ads and it's like dating back to like what somebody said like so many years ago. And it's like, I can imagine like something comes up, like Matt's going to run for president. Like, I know that's going to happen. Matt just says, I'd rather raw dog a fry. That's going to be his advertisement of his, what is it called? A hit piece? It's his hit
my
piece.
slogan. My campaign slogan. No, honestly, at this rate, every celebrity there is now is just going to get canceled. That we're going to be the most famous podcasters in like 25 to 40 years.
Yeah. We won't have anything wrong. We're not going to do anything bad.
Nope, because we're perfect little angels.
We're perfect little angels who aren't sinners.
Yes.
I don't know why this show's very religious this week. I don't know why.
Took a turn.
Yep. I had... I've been pocketing this a little bit. So we went to an ice cream stand that is in Jenna's hometown. And I've passed this ice cream stand now ever since dating Jenna for like the last like 5.5 years. And so we finally made it after like 5.5 years. We finally made it to this place. And it's like a cool, like built in the 1800s. Like the chocolate was like made in the 1800s. Like it's still made today. Super cool. Like those cool little chocolate shops. There's an ice cream shop. So I didn't have dinner yet. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, what do I get? Now, if people know me, I worked at an ice cream stand and I owned an ice cream stand with my family.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm very well versed in the ice cream business. And of course, I see a hot fudge sundae. And I think to myself, I should get a hot fudge sundae. And I go up to the guy, and this kid, and I shouldn't say kid, he was a teenager. This teenager, like summer job or like weekend job for him, like when he's back to school. And he goes, so it's hard ice cream too, I should mention that. So like, okay, I'll have a brownie sundae. And he goes, what flavors do you want? And I said, one flavor. And then when he started putting the brownie in the microwave, I thought to myself, I'm like, did he say I can have more than one flavor? And so I walked over to him. I said, can you make like different flavors? He goes, yeah. And I said, oh, okay. I was like, so do you want me? He's like, well, let me warm this brownie up and then I'll come back. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, oh boy. So comes back, I order 3 different scoops. I had a hot fudge on top of it. Did I add whipped cream? Yeah, I added whipped cream to it. And Matt, this thing was probably the size of a softball. Like from like the whole ice cream, like put 2 softballs, like that was the size of it. And this poor kid was like trying to like wipe off the hot fudge that he was putting around. And like you could just tell this guy's like, man, I hate this job. Like it's like he was trying so hard to put a smile on his face. And yeah, it was a lot of ice cream. I didn't have dinner that night. I only had snacks. Like I literally had finished up.
You had dinner. You had a hot fudge sundae.
I had a hot fudge sundae, but then when Jenna actually ate dinner, I had a bag of cheese puffs. That was my dinner.
It's like you're 15 years old.
Yeah. But this poor kid, I was like, man, I literally did what I hated as an ice cream connoisseur, an ice cream entrepreneur. And I was like, oh man, like it just added so much to it. And then I'm like just trying to keep it in the bowl. And it's like, it's just not enough room.
Well, you didn't explain what flavors you got.
Peanut butter.
Okay.
Cinnamon bun.
Oh.
And there was one more chocolate, but I forget that there was like 7 different variations to chocolate. I swear. You know, those like ice cream freezers that like you, like 2 panels. There was like 4 of them that were filled with like, I think 8 per piece. So there's like 32 different flavors. So
you're an ice cream connoisseur. Is ice cream your favorite dessert? This isn't my question. This is a question.
Well, Matt, we are instead of having did I tell you this?
I don't know.
For a wedding?
I don't know, but I just sent you a TikTok of an awesome wedding idea.
Okay. So we're not doing a cake.
Oh, no, you did not tell me this.
Okay.
No.
We're doing an ice cream bar.
Hell yes.
Yeah.
Let's freaking go. That's what I'm talking about.
I was like, obviously proposed at an ice cream shop. Second date, but it was actually the date that I actually asked. Well, we mutually agreed that we should be boyfriend and girlfriend. Was at an ice cream shop. Like, so ice cream has been.
Agree.
Well, I can never say like I asked her out or she asked me out. I think it was more of a mutual agreement.
It's just like, did we just become boyfriend and girlfriend? Yup.
Yes. It's a mutual bipartisanship agreement. So yeah, we're having an ice cream bar.
That's awesome. I think I said or wedding I went to earlier had an ice cream truck for like an hour. It was awesome.
Ice cream
had
bar.
like 3. Do different chocolate flavored ice creams actually taste different?
Depends on what is in them.
Okay.
Like if you have a dark chocolate, you could totally taste the difference. But if it was like chocolate with chocolate chip, you could taste the difference. Chocolate peanut butter stuff. Like, but if you had like,
I mean,
are you saying
does like double chunk chocolate taste different from like chocolate to like brownie batter to all like I don't know.
I would say yes.
Okay, that's I'm just asking. I'm not a huge chocolate ice cream guy. I'm team vanilla.
We'll have vanilla.
Yep. Okay. Good. Wonderful. I love that.
I think.
All right. I'm just asking an ice cream expert.
Okay. I'm here.
Cool. My second say what also related to a pretty big story in YouTube that for some reason people got mad about. Mike, are you familiar with Nikocado avocado?
Say that name one more time.
Nikocado avocado.
No.
Okay. You haven't heard this story?
Go ahead. Go on.
Okay. So Nikocado avocado.
Say that 5 times fast.
He is a YouTuber. He's a mukbanger.
Okay.
You familiar with mukbangs?
That's where they eat a lot of food.
Eat a lot of food. So Nikocado avocado was a famous mukbanger, and he was in the spotlight for a little while. So he was releasing videos, and then he released one of himself wearing a panda head. And basically in this video, he explained he was doing a social experiment for the past 2 years. And the videos he released from the past year and a half, 2 years, he filmed within like a month, 2 years ago. So at the past 2 years, he's been releasing these videos, but secretly lost all this weight. And he just revealed that he's like super skinny now.
Okay.
And people were mad. So my say what is the people that are mad are just petty because they also want to be super skinny, but they're not.
I think it's smart on his part. Like, I'm not going to like.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I'm not going to be focusing too much on like the whole skinny part, but the idea that he was able to bulk schedule or bulk produce multiple mukbangs, and then because I watch Eat the Menu by the Try Guys, like Keith Habersberger, like this guy literally eats the whole entire menu of a certain restaurant. So like McDonald's, Wendy's, Pizza Hut, trying to think of others. He's now going on like tour, like to different cities, and he's having
that's
like,
cool.
It's pretty cool. But like he goes to the doctor like all the time before he has his like Eat the Menu, because there's a lot of serious health implications.
Mm-hmm.
Now there's a serious health implication, especially with this mukbang, and now to that point. But I think there's a little bit of jealousy. I don't think it's more on the loss of weight, but I think it's just more of a, well, that's what I thought you did all the time. Like,
yeah,
YouTubers have a personality or they have a lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone was under the impression that this entire time, from when he released his first mukbang to the latest one, he's been doing this entire time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's interesting because now what does he do? Because I don't think he's going to go back to doing mukbangs, because he was a large guy before and he lost like over 200 pounds. I mean, very smart experiment on his part.
He's a smart businessman. I mean, I don't know why, like on TikTok, it's showing up a lot, like passive income. Like you make money on those YouTube videos, regardless if they're watched today or a year from now.
Mm-hmm.
Like you still get that revenue. It's not much, but you get that revenue, passive income, and you sacrificed your time and then obviously your health. But
yeah, I'm curious to see where he goes from here. But very, very, I think it's kind of cool on his part to just kind of stay out of the spotlight for like 2 years and kind of do his own thing. And he just gets to release these videos while he's losing weight and getting healthy. That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of social media, this TikToker shows up every now and then, and he just started showing up before we started recording this podcast. Robert Carpenter.
Not familiar, but I'm going to be soon.
So I'm not sure. Listen to me first before you start searching.
I'm already searching.
Robert is this interviewer. So, there's like TikTokers that like go around and interview people.
Yeah.
But he doesn't take a wild guess who he interviews.
Bobby Althoff.
No.
Okay.
Like people. Think of like a group or affinity.
People that went to Penn State.
You are so close with that framework.
Shit. All right.
It's not PSU.
Okay. People that went to community college.
Okay. I'm going to give you a phrase.
Okay.
What's more important, the Book of Mormon or Black History Month?
That's a phrase.
That's a question that he asks these people.
Okay. People went to BYU.
Yep, you're correct.
Nice. All right.
Correct. So he's interviewing these people who go to BYU, and that's a question. And like, of course, like they're getting a reaction out of that, but it was what was the fastest you ever saw somebody get engaged? And it was like, oh, like I saw my neighbor dating this person for a week and they got engaged. And I'm like, oh my goodness. Or like, what's your favorite like pregame drink? And everybody's like, oh, like a sugar-free Red Bull or water or like, okay, so they don't drink. And then, obviously they talk about soaking, which I don't want to get into that. It's weird.
I almost made a really good joke, but I didn't make it.
No, make it.
No, you don't. No, I don't even know really how to properly phrase it. I had it in my head. I lost
Go for it. Go ahead.
So you don't want to get into soaking. That basically means you're not going to soak.
No, it's not a topic I want to freely talk about on the show.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, it's an interesting. Does he have a good following? I'm going to look this guy up now.
I think he has a certain following.
Oh, he does not look like what I thought he would.
He has 400. He has 301.6 thousand followers on Instagram, and his 3 most viewed videos is interviewing Mormons. Questions are, as I said here, have you ever watched an R-rated movie? Have you ever had a vodka Red Bull? What do you think about soaking? Which is, again, what's your favorite party drink? He says, if I'm feeling really risky, I might go with sparkling water. That's what one of the students said. Yeah, what's the quickest you ever see somebody got engaged on campus? This person said, first week at church, he was giving a talk, whipped it up, ring right there. She said yes, they got engaged the next day, and now they have 14 children. Not sure if that's true or not, but
I have a question.
Go ahead.
How come how do I phrase this? This isn't like bad what I'm going to say. How come in today's world it's still like okay? I feel like a lot of people feel like it's okay to make fun of Mormons.
What?
I don't know. I feel like I don't know how to phrase it. Like when it comes to religion, people are very like respectful.
You mean what's the not the lineage, but like where do you get the motivation from?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know, because I feel like this guy's just kind of like poking fun at like their religion. If it's weird to you, yeah, that's great, but it's still their religion. I guess.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying these are funny. It's just I'm intrigued that this is content that people are.
If that's what I'm getting at. Like this guy's making content just solely based off these people's religion.
Right.
Yeah. That is crazy. Dude, that's effing crazy. Are you familiar with Mom Talk?
No, because I'm not a part of it.
Good. I'm glad you're not a part. Mom Talk is they just released I don't even know what it's on, Hulu, HBO. April's watching it of these moms in this Mormon religion that are just like,
oh my, wait a minute. Sorry, wild, I take that back. Like I don't watch it, but like I've been told about it.
Yeah. I watched, let me rephrase that. I was in the living room when April was watching a few episodes. It is wild.
Wild.
Absolutely wild.
Speaking of Netflix, we got a couple good things coming down the pike.
Yeah, Outer Banks is on soon, right?
Outer Banks.
Yep.
Squid Games is after Christmas.
Okay, I never started Squid Game.
Sugar
Well, you
Daddy
kind of
Squid.
ruined it for me on the show a couple weeks ago.
I
feel
did
like.
not. No,
you
I ruined Squid Games the challenge. I did not ruin the actual
did.
series of Squid
true.
Games.
It's true.
Correction.
I don't know. There was a show. What you did ruin a show like 2 years ago. What the hell was that show?
You think I'm going to remember?
I don't know, but it was quite funny because I brought it up like 5 episodes in a row. Yeah, but I have to get Netflix.
It was something that April wanted to watch, and that's what I ruined
yeah,
for her.
that's right. Yeah, I don't know.
But it was an old movie.
I have to get Netflix.
Yeah. Well,
And
say something about the movie Titanic, but I'm not going to spoil that one.
I can't spoil that. You also thank you because you've inspired me. I'm going to get Netflix with ads.
Nice.
Yeah. Yep. Save that dough.
Really is not that bad.
That's budgeting, people.
That is budgeting. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. All about the bring.
And we're done.
By the way, we're less than a year to my wedding.
Yes, I got to save the date now. Thank you for including me on your special day.
You're welcome.
I do want to text our group soon.
Okay. Something that Jenna said that it was this past weekend, something along the lines of wanting to talk, like explain something about the groomsmen. And it was like, she accidentally said Mike will marry the groomsmen. I'm like, yes, finally.
In the sweet victory.
Yeah. Follow all of our social media at beacons.ai/funnybusinesspod. Mr. Matthew.
Yes.
What is your advice for the good people, the coworkers of the funny business world?
Well, you see, so I had a spot in my notes that says advice. I forgot to fill that spot that said advice today, but my advice is don't be late picking out any last weddings you're going to go picking out a gift. Any weddings you have the rest of this year? I feel like everybody I know had a lot of weddings this year.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a lot earlier in the year, and now I have some to end. And I had the epiphany a couple days ago, like, oh, like I still need to like get a hotel, get the gift. Like these things will add up at times if you wait to the last minute. So don't be lackadaisical.
Get that bread, get that hotel,
And
get that gift.
Peace out.
Peace up. A-Town. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop.
No. Okay. Careful. Careful.
Hang on. What do you mean?
Careful.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? You have to be careful. No. Trust me. Be careful.
We're going to end the show here.
Yep.
Thank you so much for tuning in. And until the next time, we'll see you all in the next episode.
Stay safe, everyone.